Hello everyone, students of grade 9 biology. Actually, many students have reached me earlier to ask me about the elective courses for next year, whether they choose physical science or chemistry. So I decided to prepare this presentation for you. It's going to take only a few minutes. I will try my best to help you in explaining for you the difference between the two subjects. What are you going to study in physical science in case you take it, or in chemistry? And I will try to give you an advice in case you decided what you want to study at the college, which one you go for. And in case you didn't decide yet, how can you choose your elective course? And at the end, I will be sharing with you emails of some science teachers at the school in case you need more advice, because I recommend that you don't take the advice from the students. You take it from the teachers. You take it from those who teach the subject, who know the subject. Don't take only from the students, because simply students might reflect you their experience in the subject. They might say, don't take chemistry because it's difficult. Actually, there is no difficult and there is no easy subject. There is a subject that you like, a subject that you are good at, you are preparing well for it, and all your teachers are well qualified. So whatever you are going to study, you are not going to struggle. So let me start by telling you, first of all, this is based for this year. I have no idea yet if there are changes for the coming year, but that's how the science courses are divided across the high school. As you know, in grade 9 you are taking biology. Now in grade 10 you need to choose between chemistry and physical science. In grade 11 you have anatomy, physics, earth and environmental science. And in grade 12 you have advanced biology, advanced physics, and advanced chemistry. So if you look at this chart, you will see that you have the chance to take 3 courses that are biology related, and you have the chance to take 3 courses that are physics related, and only 2 courses that are chemistry. Keeping in mind that this is obligatory. So anyway, you have 1 year biology. If you are willing to study something related to biology, like medicine or pharmacy or dentistry, you will go for anatomy and advanced biology, and it's recommended that you take biology and chemistry at the same time if you are going to study in the medical college. Now, if you look at this chart one more time, you will see that when it comes to chemistry, you don't have 3 years chemistry, you have only 2 years in grade 10 and grade 12. And as I asked some teachers to take their opinion, they said that if you are willing to study, let's say engineer, chemical engineer, forensic science, anything related to science subjects, it's better to have 2 years of each subject. Like 2 years physics, 2 years chemistry, 2 years biology. Now, if you are unable to take 2 years biology, 1 year might be enough if you are going to study, for example, engineering. But at least you need to have like 5 courses for the overall science subjects in the high school. Now, when it comes to credits, I guess you can check with the student council. She can give you more information about the credits and about the university. To go back to this, I recommend that if you didn't make your mind about what you want to study at the college, you can go to chemistry to make sure that you studied chemistry this year. So if in case you want to study chemistry in grade 12, you will be having a background in grade 10. Now, some students might be concerned about the topics that you'll be studying next year. I divided these two topics based on this year and last year. There might be changes. Don't take these topics for granted. There might be some modifications, but this is the overall, the common topics that are taught in physical science and chemistry. So in physical science, you will be studying, first of all, about distance and displacement. You'll be studying about speed, velocity, acceleration. You will be studying introduction to forces, Newton's first, second, third law, and waves. And this is not sure. If you have time, you might be studying it or no. So all this part is physics related, and you'll be taking around 20% or 25% chemistry related topics, which are introduction to basics in chemistry, speaking about atoms, elements, compound mixtures, and types of chemical reaction. You might ask me, are these difficult? I cannot answer this question, but I will say that when it comes to physics courses, it's more into calculations and formulas, logic, problem solving. This is going to be less in chemistry. In chemistry, you might be having more kind of memorizing stuff, figuring out reactions, but at the same, the two courses are very close to each other in terms of how much you want to study for them, how much you want to prepare. Now, when it comes to chemistry, you'll be taking only chemistry, starting with introduction to chemistry, what is chemistry, what are the topics related to it at the beginning. Then you will be studying atomic structure, atomic theory. This is going to be more in details than the physical science. Then you'll be studying about the periodic table, chemical bonding, chemical reactions, and chemical compounds. And all of these are related to each other. To me, I see both of them are interesting subjects. Both of them are related to life. They are easy, they are not difficult. So whatever you want to study, you want to select, you are not going to regret. You are still at grade 10. Even if you didn't choose what you want to study at the college, it's not too late. It's not a big mistake if you study, for example, physical science, then you decided to study medicine. No, you will have the chance to study chemistry in grade 12. So you don't have to worry. It's not a matter of a decision whether you take it, it's right or wrong. No. Now, in order to help you how to decide, I suggest for you, first of all, ask yourself these questions. The first one, what am I going to study at the college? If you know yourself what you are going to study from now, this will help you a lot. Because if you know you are going to study, for example, something related to science or engineering or medicine, as I mentioned, all of these science and chemistry and biology related subjects, I prefer or I recommend that you choose chemistry more than physical science. And again, this won't affect your registration to the school or you're applying to schools. No, to universities. Why chemistry? If I go back in the slides, I told you because you have the chance only to study chemistry twice in the high school. Okay, so you'll guarantee that you have 1 year biology in grade 9, 1 year chemistry in grade 10, and then in grade 11 and 12 you can study physics. Now, if you are going to study business related majors or ICT, graphic design, finance, accounting, psychology, or literature, it won't make a big difference whether you want to choose chemistry or physical science. Now, I recommend physical science because I actually taught physical science and I see this subject, it's a bit easier than chemistry, and this is my opinion. This is up to you. You need to search, you need to look at two subjects to understand whether you fit here or there or you like physical science more than chemistry. But what I'm recommending as Mr. Hatem, I would say, go to physical science if you know yourself you are studying business or ICT or finance, because physical science, it's more logic, more life related, and at grade 10 it's easy. Even you might hear students saying that physics is difficult or it's complicated. No, this might be a little bit high level in grade 11 and 12. But remember, if you are taking physics 11 and 12 in grade 10, it's going to be the easiest, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, if you are not sure what you are going to study, you know what you might study. What might I study? Again, go to the same choices because it's not a big mistake if you select this one or that one. Now, if you have no idea at all, you don't know what you are going to study, you didn't think about any major at the college, ask yourself, which subject I am more interested in? And again, in order to answer this question, you need to look at both subjects. You have to do your own research at home. Look at physics subjects. Look at how physics is related. What are the topics studied in physics? If I study physical science, what questions I answer at the end of the year? And again, you can refer to the teachers who will be helping you to get this answer, or you can do your own research. Again, if you see that you are unable to determine in which subject you are interested, then we go back to the last option, which I don't recommend, but still I know that many students ask this question: which subject is easier? There is no one answer to this question. I'm telling you from now. Don't ask students in grade 10, physical science or chemistry is easier. Don't ask your teachers because there is no answer to such a question. This is relative. It refers to the student. If you are good at calculation, if you are good at making multiplication and division and units, converting from kilometers to meters, physical science will be the easiest one. But if you don't like calculations, you might see that it's difficult. If you like problem solving, yes, go for physical science. So I'm speaking about which one is easier. To me, I might say physical science. To another person might say chemistry. So in order to answer this question again, you need to explore more the subject. I hope that this presentation can help you making your decision for what you are going to cite for grade 10. And I'm sharing with you here emails of some teachers at school. In case you have questions specifically about physics or chemistry, you can send them an email. And there are more teachers. I couldn't add all the teachers, but Mr. Salah, Mr. Ali, Ms. Mirna, Ms. Sana, and me, you can send us an email, ask us more about the subject if you want, and we'll be trying to help you. Thank you so much, and I hope this presentation might help you in order to make your decision.